Ordell. 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 Who's Ordell? Oh yes, Ordell. Let's get you first. Hey, you dick.
What are you looking at, stranger?
You Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
I met your daughter.
I have no daughter. Could be you met a castless whore claiming she was once mine.
Like, if you don't take Zerlinda back, she'll die. Doesn't that make you care?
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
He's a baby, not a cur, and she loves him.
Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Good. I mean, when you can twist something like love to suit these false values. I mean, that was his own form of tough love towards his daughter. Because as far as he's concerned, a castless baby is nothing more than an animal. They don't see them as people. But if they did, they would care. Good and evil can get complicated like that. Hey man, you know you're my favorite dwarf so far.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar?
Did you tell me this? What do you think of the candidates for king?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life.
Oh yeah.
Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that.
Bye. Yep, whatever. Yeah, we have heard that, but it's honestly good to talk to you again. Little Ogren. We'll deal with you later, I would imagine. Dylan. Hello, dude. Stuff happened.
Atrosvala, champion. I hear your performance in the proving was nothing short of amazing. I must thank you for bringing both Baisel and Widon back into the fight. His lordship was touched to see his old friends stand for him. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now.
Sure. Lead the way.
His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
Let's approach this with an open mind. He might be, a beneficiary of this weird, broken society, but doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad person. Should mean he's had a bit of a bad upbringing. You have a marker over your head, but I reckon that's just for, like old Vortag back there. The man himself. Harrowmont, boss status. Hello. Well?
I appreciate what you have done, Warden, and I apologize for putting one of your rank through such trials. I am Lord Pyrell Harrowmont, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Endrin's throne.
Let's see. Well, let's finally try to get some answers here. Why would Endrin prefer you over his own son?
You may not know the story, but Balin is actually the youngest of three.
Huh.
Endrin's eldest, Trian, was murdered in the Deep Roads not a year ago. His middle son was found standing over the body and was exiled. But I've always found it suspicious that Balin knew just where to look. Endrin loved his sons too much to voice such suspicions. But he knew Balin's only interest in ruling was to further his own power.
Yeah. And you believe you'd be a better king than Balin?
I have never sought the throne. My role was to serve Endrin, first as his advisor, then as an elected Desher in the Assembly. Harrowmont has never been king, and I always assumed Trian would rule after his father. But both Endrin and my colleagues have asked me to step up, and I will not back down when Orzammar needs me.
I assure you I have no prime ministerial ambitions unless my colleagues assure me that is where my duty lies. I believe I have heard this line before. So the Assembly is more powerful than the king.
The Assembly represents the voices of the wisest, most noble families. While we need a single king to preside over important functions and lead us in battle, the Assembly better represents all in Orzammar.
Right. When it comes down to it, man, all I want is your support against the Blight.
For us, the Darkspawn are a constant menace, so a blight may not elicit the same urgency you are used to. Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, they'll have no reason to hold back. If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, there is no sure way to get there. Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs?
Yep, just recently, actually. So, yeah, what about them?
The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk, begging that something be done about her. So far, no one has managed. Jarvia hides her base in Dust Town, the raw edges of the city where no one lives but castless and criminals. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city.
Okay. Alright, I'll deal with Jarvia. I'll be ready to help against the Blight.
Do this, and I promise if I take the throne, I will not stop until the Assembly sends your troops. Look for Jarvia in Dust Town. Do whatever it takes to see that justice is served.
I want to speak to you a bit more.
I must confess I didn't expect you back so soon. I've heard nothing of Dust Town. Did you find Jarvia?
No. Look, tell me more about her.
Her lair is in Dust Town, the bottommost level of the city where castless and criminals hide. From my understanding, she started as an underling to a smuggler named Barat, who died just before the king. Everything's been so chaotic since then that she nearly doubled her operations in months.
Right. Okay. Well, let me get back to that.
I've already hinted to the Assembly that I might have a big announcement soon.
Okay, cool. Whenever. Let's do our thing. Hey, Dylan.
His lordship appreciates your support.
Yeah, I bet he does. Let's boogie to Jarvia, who I definitely don't have any problem taking out. Castless or no, being castless in the same way that being a noble does not automatically entitle you to you know, privilege. As far as I can tell, this
of the hour. Lord Balin's
person has been forcing, you know, it's been forcing folk, you know, intimidating folk, killing folk. It's just a general criminal. So let's go. Let's go get Jarvia, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, second task. Very conscious of the fact that I'm jumping through hoops here. No one knows where Jarvia's hideout is. Well, there is a suspicious door in Dust Town. We can definitely go there and see what's to see. The hell? Oh, terrific. Yet again. Yep, there he goes. And these guys look tough as nails too. Well, on the bright side, if I survive this, I will level up, which is really good. But I am gonna just, you know, for discussion's sake, I'm just gonna log on acid bomb out there. There we go. Bye bye, guys. Whenever you're you're on hold position. That was my bad. Come on, draw some threat here. I can't possibly stand up to all these wreckers by myself. Get another fire. Let's get a firebomb out there this time. Oh boy. It's been a bit too long turning around there, Nathan. Ow! Help! Guys, help! Ow! No! Damn it! The hell? Get that. We need area of effects as quickly as possible. Go! Nathan, get up. I know you're wounded, Nathan.
Do something about it.
Ow. Oh, bollocks. Ah!
Yes, run. Right,
Well, I
man.
have to win now. Still, we're winning.
Time to take.
We usually do. Bugger off. Oh, fucking hell.
Immediately.
Threat level management needs to become more of a thing. Oh, I resisted that. What a bastard. Alright. When get your sword and shield out, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you fleeing. Uh-oh. That was bollocks. Well, that'll teach me. You don't put a win into the front lines. Son of a bitch. What if having that armor just makes you more of an obvious target?
As you say.
I don't know. Let's get a lesser injury kit down you though, because you're deafened. You need to hear the words you're saying in order to cast the spells. Maybe tactics need a bit of refining. I don't know, let's just go to Dust Town. So, off to take down a Jarvia. What is that you've got on yourself?
Farewell.
Oh yes, Sheila, put you in a Hurl Mastery mode. It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe get you in defensive talent mode. So let's put you in Stoneheart and keep you there for now. Slam's handy for shattering folk, but there are plenty of people to shatter folk already. And anybody that gets the threat off win.
You're back.
Hi.
I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Wasn't even gone that long. Look, your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe. Maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did.
Yes.
Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Better hurry up, I'll be dead in 30 years, you know. Hey, I leveled up. Awesome, it's been freaking ages. Alright, I think specialization and strength is done. So, let's level up dexterity. And let's put 2 levels into cunning as well. As with what we're about to buy, cunning levels are going to come in very handy because it's stealth time. Yep, it is definitely stealth time. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to use that tome, that whatever, of physical technique. Boom. There you go. Get another talent up your sleeve. Bang. Significant penalty, but your cunning score is just high enough to make that happen.
Never see me coming.
That's the idea. So, hopefully we'll start using stealth a bit more often now. Aside from that, what else can we do? It's your cunning levels. Yeah, I knew there was something I wanted to do. Since we're encountering combat a lot more often than I thought we would in, you know, a city, let's put our Helmet of Holmleaf back on. That gives +2 to all attributes. Nothing to be sniffed at. Alright. In terms of finding out stuff about the town, about this place. Let's see. Can I get in here now? I can't do anything with this at the moment. Clues to her whereabouts in Dust Town. But there's nothing here.
Horseford.
Indeed.